Frozen 2 and the Superman problem. Beware of spoilers, because I'm going to say everything. I've mentioned before how Elsa is a bit overpowered for her story. Her powers are also a bit inconsistent. While most of her powers are consistent with other depictions of the Snow Queen, she not only has power over ice and snow, but can create sentient snowmen without even trying, manifests clothing at will, and affects the weather based off her emotions. All of this in a setting where the only other magical character isn't human and seems to have very limited healing abilities. She is completely unmatched in this setting, a complete out-of-context threat to the other characters by her mere existence. Many people have compared Frozen to the X-Men due to how Elsa was treated by the Duke of Wesselton. But I have another superhero series in mind. Specifically, Superman. It's hard to write Superman, as has been shown by so few people doing him well. You have to make excuses for him not to instantly crush all opposition. You also have to explain in setting why he's so powerful. Kryptonite was the response to the first problem. But they've never adequately explained why simple exposure to yellow radiation can make a being strong enough to battle actual gods. However, the best Superman stories have been from authors who don't try and weaken Clark, but use this out-of-context, stupidly overpowerful character. So I was so happy that Frozen 2 doesn't try to weaken Elsa. It doesn't have her fight some equally powerful fire elemental that appears out of nowhere. Instead, she meets 4 elemental spirits: earth, wind, fire, and water, with rumor of a 5th element. Now, anyone knowing their Aristotelian elements knows what's coming next. Elsa will be spirit or heart, and the 5 elements unite to magically fix everything with a rainbow wave. Except that's not what happens. And what does happen solves Frozen's Superman problem. First, Elsa is never explicitly named as spirit or heart. In fact, she's not. She's something greater. Elsa is stated to be the bridge between nature and humanity. Elsa is quite literally a physical nature goddess, channeling all 4 elements. As an aside, many people have criticized that Elsa's battles with the spirits are way too easy. They arrive, cause mischief, she blasts with ice magic, they quickly become tame. Elsa ends up riding Aqua through the majority of the movie's climax. Bruni acts like a pet, and Gale is a playful little breeze. Only the Earth Giants, whom Elsa never confronts directly, are still threatening. The reason is simple. Elsa isn't conquering them. They are recognizing her as their friend. This negates the problem of her being too powerful. Her raw power is more or less useless because there's no fight to win. The solution of the riddle in the lullaby is simple. Where the north wind meets the sea, a mix of air and water bring ice. That's why the mythical river is a glacier. Her power is a mixture of the elements. The ability to generate physical objects like clothing would come from Earth, and her ability to make life would have to come from all 4 elements. This also gives us an understanding of what happened in the first movie. Elsa is trying to shut out her power, and she's better able to shut out earth and fire, but has an excess of wind and water due to her love of snow. She has a literal imbalance of humors that can only be corrected with her embrace of love, emotional warmth, i.e., fire. This gives her the ability not only to warm the area, but also regrow flowers and restore life. Of course, there's a corollary to this. The Snow Queen is using only half her power throughout the first movie. By the end of the second film, she's embraced her role as a nature goddess while not abandoning her humanity like she had intended to do in the first film. So in the end, she's even more overpowered than we first thought. So, Frozen 2 both explains the source of Elsa's power and challenges an absurdly overpowered character. A successful solution to the Superman problem on all fronts. Way to go, Disney. Something I didn't think was possible was pulled off shockingly well. Thanks for listening, y'all.